Minecraft Legacy Edition. While it was known for the original console edition of the game, it's now remembered as a part of our childhoods, knowing that it won't be the same if we play it today. And you'd be absolutely correct, since this version hasn't gotten any updates since like 2018, to actually pretty recently on the Xbox One. In this video, I'll be explaining some weird stuff and glitches of Minecraft Legacy Edition, and even how you can be a part of this adventure yourself. Something weird that I have figured out is that for some reason in peaceful mode, TNT minecarts don't do any damage to players, regardless of their well-known brother doing so. I actually don't have a reasoning for this at all. It's pretty weird. Throwing ender pearls in Legacy Edition remains with a cooldown. You can only throw one pearl for every second that passes. But if you throw it, pause, and wait for the cooldown timer to end, you can throw them as if it was somewhat instant. There is a faster way to do this, but I'm saving that for another episode. A lot of people might recognize C418 as the composer and producer of Minecraft's music. In the Legacy Edition, there's 12 music discs, but 13 songs that come out of those discs. What? How does that make sense? Well, not many people know this, but if you let the disc cat play in its entirety, it will start to play another song right after. This is known as Dog, and on the album it comes right after Cat, making this one disc the only disc with 2 songs in the game. One thing I always found amusing as a child was the references to official Minecraft art. When using the Elytra, if you crouch while flying, your character will pump its right fist out. This is obviously pretty cool and isn't found on the Java or Bedrock versions of the game. When riding a horse, if you fall off the ledge and keep pressing the jump button, your horse will stay suspended in air for an extra couple of seconds depending on the amount of times you press it. This can leave your horse just frozen forever if you keep pressing it. Speaking of horses, if you're falling down from great heights when on a horse, you can press the crouch button to not only save yourself, but the horse from dying from fall damage. This actually also works in Java Edition, which is what Legacy Edition is supposed to closely represent, despite it being a completely different coding language. Ah yes, the pause MLG. It's the most infamous MLG for being the only MLG where you don't need any items at all. It depends on your reflexes. You need to do it at the right time, and while it's possible in every version, it comes with its flaws. If you press it too early, you won't be able to pause back in time and will die. If you do it too late, you will die regardless. You can, however, still save yourself if you keep saving while falling. Fun fact, I actually found the pause MLG to be easier on the PS3 rather than the PS4. Oh yeah, this is where I should mention, autosave works differently depending on the version of the game. If you're using any of the 7th generation consoles, that being the Wii U, Xbox 360, PS3, or PS Vita, autosave will work as following. Once a selected amount of time has passed, which you can change by the way, the game will say autosaving on the top and interrupt your game for a couple of seconds while the game saves. Just like that, and then you're back to playing the game. In newer versions, aka the 8th generation or the 9th generation if you happen to own the newer consoles, switch to it! The autosave is subtle and instant. Look at that, that's so fast! Yeah, I'm playing on PS5. Something that I found pretty odd is that in Legacy Edition, there's 5 items you can put in your offhand, and only one of them changes one thing in particular. The 5 items are the map, firework, arrow, totem of undying, and the shield. Equipping the map, firework, arrow, and totem of undying doesn't change anything, but when you equip the shield, it changes the item scrolling speed. My theory is that it has something to do with it being the only item you can quick select to put it on, and it's the only usable item by crouching. Have you always wanted infinite diamonds? Well, I have a trick to show you. Grab a crafting table and put it down. Before accessing that, get lots of items of your choice and put it all over in your inventory. Throw the extra diamonds out as well. You'll only need 18 to perform the trick. Look at the crafting table like this. Access it and go to the crafting recipe for diamonds and press triangle. Then hold down X and wait a while you do so. Then once you pick it all back up, you'll have a lot more diamonds compared to when you last started. This unfortunately only works on PS4, and this is probably one of the most overpowered ways to get infinite loot. However, there is a better method of duplication, in my opinion, and unlike the other one, this glitch works on every console. So place down the block you want to duplicate it and put it in your inventory. Next, while you pick block it, scroll to the right by pressing your shoulder buttons. Now you can see there's a duplicated version of your stack of diamond blocks. From there, you can actually craft them back into diamonds via your inventory. Just a little tip here, don't use the crafting table, it will get rid of your items. Something that's not immediately noticeable is that the grass block textures are a bit glitched. If you look closely, you can see an outline in which the regular grass block side texture is used. It's one of the weirdest things I've seen from Legacy Edition in my opinion. However, something that easily falls under this category as well is how fast minecarts fall. Just look at that, that's so fast! If you ride it all the way down, you'll die before you even get to the bottom, but time it just right and you will survive. On the contrary of minecarts, this is where I should just get this out of the way. It's the easiest one by far. Minecarts go double the speed on Legacy Edition compared to their Bedrock Edition and Java Edition counterparts. Something that's not even in any other version of the game is that you can water MLG on a cauldron. This is almost impossible to do, and even hard to get into the cauldron by itself. But as seen here, it's definitely possible. Now that we're on cauldrons apparently, if you place lava in there and stand there for a bit, you only take half a heart of damage for every half a second that passes compared to 2 hearts. Also, you'll only burn for 2 hearts of damage when you get out. Have you always wondered about getting emeralds fast? The trading process exists for a reason. When you trade with a villager, once a trade has been completed, the villager will eventually go back to its job and raises the prices. Now, if you traded with a villager at least once, the only thing you have to do is break the job and place it back down, and boom, fast emeralds just like that. And now the last one I have for this video, and it's something to do with falling blocks. If you place a lot of gravel, specifically 21 of them, I did 22 for this example, and break the one that's right above a fence, 20 of them will fall, and now you can place gravel in the air without having it fall, making it act like a regular block. This doesn't apply to dragon eggs, where you can place an infinite amount of them. And that concludes this video about some glitches and oddities about Minecraft Legacy Console Edition. But allow me to tell you how you can be part of this series. The only thing you have to do is join the Discord. You can find it in the description, and it's not too hard once you're in. Just scroll down where it says glitches or oddities, and you can submit one yourself. Stay tuned for episode 2, where we'll be able to talk a whole lot more. If you like this video, you can subscribe if you want. Don't make it your first priority, and as always, I'll see you soon.
I'm sorry, I had it on mute. I did not expect to do that on my first take. I did not. I did not expect to do that on my first take, bruh.